Hi guys, hope you're having a great week. On this day in the life I started with a green tea as usual and continued with some meditation, followed by a little bit of stretching. Usually when I do these kinds of activities I have this long playlist that I found on YouTube and I highly recommend it. It is very relaxing. As a rule of thumb, I found these calm mornings to set me up for very productive and happy days. Here I was trying to make some progress on a new project that I just started this week and that I am very excited to show you in this video. Since TypeScript isn't really my main language, there were some moments where I struggled, but in the end I sorted the front end out for a quick demo. I even got to deploy this web app live, and what amazed me was how quickly I was able to do that using Vercel. It just took a new GitHub repo and a few clicks. If you're interested about this topic, maybe I can show you the process in a future video, so let me know in the comments below. Is it just me, or the MacBook keyboard is much noisier on video than it is in real life? After finishing the code to a third-party API in my service, I decided it's time for a healthy smoothie that will fuel me for the workout I had planned at noon. As you just saw, the ingredients were pretty basic, but I find that blending it up makes it much easier for me to both consume and digest. Plus, it's a combination that I will never get tired of. I think I've been making it for the past 2 years now. Now let me show you what I've been up to this last week. I made this new little app from scratch in my spare time. I wanted to write some Angular code just to get a little bit better at it and exercise different concepts like components, observables, promises, pipes, maps, and so on. It is composed of a few components that are shown in the main app.component, and the main idea behind it is to retrieve a certain stock symbol percentage return over some amounts of time. I have a search bar for the stock name, some return percentages for standard periods of time, and lastly, start and end inputs for some custom periods of returns. I am using some good practices of Angular here, more specifically calling all the logic in the parent component and communicating it with the child components through the input-output decorators that I also got to practice this way. It isn't all the way working now, but what I really wanted to show you was this stock API service, which is used to retrieve the actual stock data that will be shown using this Angular frontend. The code returns an observable of type number, which is the actual percent the symbol returned over the set period, and is a testament to how good and useful APIs can get nowadays. This exact Alpha Vantage API that I am using is helping me skip the implementation of the entire backend structure as well as the database creation, where I would have stored these values. I ran, however, into a limitation with it, and that is you can only make 25 calls per day. Otherwise, you have to subscribe to a paid plan. You can even create a similar API yourself, scraping this data from an existing site and hosting it somewhere, so as to skip the database storing at least. If you want to learn more about the creation of APIs and even how to sell one, I happen to have an entire free course about them on Udemy, so you can check the description below and drop a like if you found it useful. For the workout, I recorded some pull-ups and chin-ups for you. I left the first rep with no speed effects just for you to see how slowly I do it and how much I focus on the form of the movement. Usually, I get to do 3 sets of 6 reps about 3 times per week, but I am well aware of the fact that I should implement progressive overload and increase those numbers. I decided to have a quick and healthy lunch today, which was made up of this salad. It had some mozzarella for protein and this olive oil mayo dressing that looks so good when it gets poured. This was about it for this episode. If you enjoyed this day in the life, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for future ones. Cheers!